National School Choice Week is underway across the country with thousands of events focusing on education reform. Andrew Campanella joins us now from Washington with guidance for parents. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's our pleasure. I know you've got a lot of snow coming your way today, so we're glad you could join us here this morning. In terms of the goal of National School Choice Week, what is it?
The goal of National School Choice Week, which is the world's largest ever celebration of opportunity in education with 16,140 events across the country, is to let parents know that when it comes to their kids' education, they do have choices. And it's also to let families know that if they want more choices for their kids' education, they need to stand up and have their voices heard.
We're always interested in comparing, right? How do we stack up? So what about Nebraska and Iowa and educational opportunity? What do you notice if you start to contrast opportunities here compared to other states?
You know, it's really interesting. You look at Iowa. Iowa is a national leader in providing parents with access to a wide variety of educational choices. And then you look at Nebraska, and Nebraska has a long way to go towards providing parents with even basic options like public charter schools. So there's a great group in Nebraska called Educate Nebraska, run by a good friend of mine, Katie Linehan. They're trying to work to change that and give parents more choices when it comes to their kids' education, because parents deserve those choices. They need those choices.
All right, so whether they're in Iowa or Nebraska, what can parents do to take advantage of school choice? Where would you recommend they start?
What I encourage parents to do is use National School Choice Week to look at all the options available to you, whether it's traditional public schools, public charters if they're available, magnet schools, which are theme-based schools, online academies, private schools, and homeschooling. Look at all of your options, talk to your kids, find out what inspires them to go to school or would inspire them to go to school, then visit schools, talk to teachers, principals, administrators, and talk to other parents about whether or not the school you're looking at encourages or discourages parent involvement.
You mentioned, as you were talking about options there, you mentioned traditional public schools. Opponents of school choice say that it takes funds away from those schools, and I want to give you a chance to respond to that.
Sure. Well, I really appreciate that question, because when you look at all these options that parents have or want to have for their kids' education, traditional public schools, public charter schools, magnet schools, online academies, private schools, and homeschooling, I just listed 6 options. 4 of those are in the public education system: district schools, magnet schools, charter schools, online academies, all tuition free, all within the public education system. So what we're seeing actually is not school choice hurting traditional education, public education, but helping it by providing more parents with more diversity and more variety for their kids' education.
You said, I think the number was north of 16,000 events that are happening across the country.
That's right.
Look, I know I'm putting you on the spot here saying what's happening here when you've got so much going on, but do you know about any events that are happening in our neck of the woods?
Sure. So here's just one example. There's going to be a huge rally in Lincoln on Thursday, January 28th. More than 1,000 people going to join Governor Ricketts. In Iowa, there's going to be a big rally where people are going to join Governor Branstad at the Iowa State Historic Museum. You also have open houses, roundtable discussions, school fairs, coffee meetups. There's so many different events for School Choice Week. The goal, again, in a positive way, raising awareness among parents about school choice and educational opportunity.
So, Andrew, is there a website if our viewers want to learn more about those events or anything else that's happening around this issue?
Sure. First, people can go to our website, schoolchoiceweek.com, download a guide for parents on how to go about the school choice process, and search our map to see events near you.
Andrew Campanella, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.